Welcome to a collection of Risk of Rain 2 secrets and spoilers, small and large, from the early stages of early access. If you're a veteran, you'll probably know most of this, but there should be something for everyone. No refunds. Target practice. When you first start playing, you may have assumed that the flying creatures in Distant Roost are too distant to kill, but you can snipe them quite easily once you've unlocked multi and used the railgun. Sadly, there's no reward for doing so. Her Concept's Shrine. If you go to the cliffside end of the wetland swamp, if you peer over the edge, you can see the entrance to a large, secret cave. Drop down, you don't need a special ability for this, and follow the cave around. Avoid the drop, destroy the Wrestler skeleton, and claim your challenge reward. Aqueduct Mountain Door. To open the locked mountain door on the Aqueduct level, you need to locate 2 hard-to-spot buttons. The buttons change position every run, though there's only a limited number of places they do appear, so finding them gets easier with practice. But there's another problem. Both buttons need to be pressed at the same time. If you're in single player, the best way to do this is to play the engineer, where you can weigh down the first button with a turret. Once you've pressed the second button once, the door will open, and stay open. You'll face a tough fight against 2 elite Elder Lemurians, so you'll want to have cleared the rest of the level first. The Timed Chest. On the Rally Point Delta level, there's a chest that can spawn in one of several locations with a timer on it. The secret to open it is to find it in under 10 minutes from the start of the game, and it'll give you the Prayon Accumulator, unlocking it for future runs. See my video on the Redacted challenge for some strategies how to achieve this. Have I got newts for you? Newt Altars appear at random in specific, difficult to reach places on each level. They cost 1 lunar coin to ensure that a blue portal appears at the end of the level, taking you to the secret bazaar, where you can unlock the Artificer with 10 lunar coins. Some of these are quite easy to find. This one in Rally Point Delta is just along the cliff here. However, some of the more secretive ones require some ingenuity, such as this one in the wetland swamp that you have to fly up to using the Milky Chrysalis. For this one, in Distant Roost, you need to carefully drop down to the ledge and then jump down to teleport back into the game. There's one under the skeleton in the Aqueduct, best reached by clambering up the hills nearby. Try to keep on the right hand side to avoid taking out of bounds damage, and you'll need some kind of jump, blink or flight to leap the final gap. Oh, and there's one in abyssal depths behind some crystals in a cave, but by this point in the game, this isn't your top priority. The top of the Aqueduct. So what happens if you fly on top of the Aqueduct itself? From the Newt Altar that we discussed earlier, it's not difficult, if you have flight. Sadly, the game gives you a hard no at this point, teleporting you back to where you belong. To the furs, wench! None shall pass. You'll have noticed the Distant Roost can reconfigure itself between runs. Sometimes there's a ramp to a new area, sometimes a locked door is open. But even when the game doesn't want you there, you can still reach them by using the mercenary, with no special equipment, simply by going over the mountains. Getting to the ledge behind the closed door requires a bit of a leap of faith here, but you can do it. And now you're here, you can ask yourself, what was the bloody point? Finding the Obelisk. The game doesn't actually explain how to find the Obelisk, which unlocks the mercenary character, and at time of filming is the only way to complete the game. All you need to do is play enough levels for a white portal to appear by the teleporter, probably around 7 levels, which will take you to a secret level where the Obelisk can be found after a bit of hot platforming action. Some people also talk of a hidden island on this stage, which I'll leave for someone more patient than me to find. The Gilded Coast Hidden Stage. We've talked about blue and white portals, but there's one more possibility, the rare gold portal. I first saw it on this multiplayer stream in the abyssal depths, which certainly took me by surprise. The portal takes you to the secret Gilded Coast stage, which is a super difficult grind, where you activate 7 beacons with gold and fight a stupidly hard boss. And yes, we died. Anyway, you can make the portal appear by activating the rarely seen gold altar with a large amount of money. The Cloaked Chest. And finally, one that proved to be such a pain in the arse that I've only actually managed this once, and not on camera because I wasn't even looking for it. So if you achieve the Bookworm challenge, where you collect 10 logs from the world, that unlocks the radar scanner item. When you activate the item, it reveals all interactive items on the level for a short time. One of the question marks may lead you to a secret invisible chest, called the Cloaked Chest. The one time I did find it, on the Aqueduct level, it contained a good but unremarkable item, so I honestly wouldn't make a special effort to track down the radar scanner just for this. If you found this elusive chest, or you happen to know that I'm talking bollocks, let us know in the comments, along with any other cool stuff that you've found.